Hi everyone, I've promised you a video about watercolor effect, and let me just say I'm not an expert on watercolors, but I do use them from time to time. So first of all, I've got here, these two are watercolor sets, and this one is by Pelican, and it's a great set, but it's expensive, at least here. But what can I say? I've got this for 25 years, so even if it was expensive when I bought it, then it went far for the money I've spent on it. So it's a great watercolor set. Now I've purchased a year ago this set. It's from Flying Tiger, and they have all through Europe. They have shops, and so from time to time I find great deals there. And this one is compact, and I can travel with it, so it's great for me. And they've got lovely colors, and well, this is satisfying. Now I've got here, these are like brush, like felt pens, but they have a tip like a brush, and they're supposed to be reactive with watercolors. Now this is from the cheap store, and I didn't know, I've bought it, I didn't know what to do with it. And that's what started the whole thing. I started experimenting with this kind of thing, and don't be alarmed, you don't need it. You can achieve the same thing with regular felt pens, and I'm going to go all over this stuff. So first of all, I know that several are have a problem with using watercolors because they say that they can't control it. So my first tip is that if you are using watercolor, and this is watercolor, proper watercolor, let's put some water. And as I said, I'm not an expert, but the rule for watercolors is they are going where water is. So if I wanted a circle, and it's a bit difficult to see, but I'm doing a circle. I hope maybe with the light you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm picking up paint, and it's supposed to go only where the water is. And here I have the circle. And just another example. Let's do, where is the greens? Here we go. Again, I'm going to make a shape of a leaf. I'm going to pick some color. And from another one. And I didn't clean my brush, it just so you can see what I'm talking about. So it goes where the water is, so it can be contained up to a point, of course. So these are the proper watercolors, but what I wanted to show you is what I've started experimenting with. Moving this aside. So it started with this kind of pens, and I just started doodling, making all kinds of leaves and flowers. As you can see, I'm not doing anything special, and of course you can change colors and do whatever you want, like so. And then what I've done is, again, a little bit of water here on the side so I can so I'm dipping the paintbrush, going over what I've just doodled, and it's reacting. Now it takes up to like 2 minutes to get the complete result, so be patient. And even after 2 minutes, if you are not satisfied, you can always go back and add more color or do whatever you want. So another example, and where is the pencil? Let's see. Okay, so of course you can draw whatever you want to do, and so there will be guidelines, and just start coloring and then activate it with water. Now, as I said, you don't have to have this kind of I don't want to call them felt brush pens, whatever. This can be achieved with felt pens, and I will show you in a minute. I just want to show you how this reacts. I don't really care about the color combination. I just want to show you how it works. So as you can see, this is already taking shape, and now I have to wait for this to take shape and absorb all the water. Now I want to show you what I've done. And oh, before I forget, watercolors, even if you don't want to do elements or use them in as your main tool to do something in your art journaling, you can always use it even with acrylics and other things. Like I used it to make shadows, like if you've seen my I think it was my last video, I've used them to make a shadow underneath all these elements. And in the video I forgot to do some shadowing underneath this butterfly, so I added it. I just went with the black pen brush and went under it and activated it with water. So you can also add it to enhance elements in your art journal. It doesn't have to be even shadowing. It just, if you want something to pop up, you can use it also. Just another thing to use. So moving this aside, I want to show you what I've done, and I'll do another page today. So this was my first attempt at these brushes, and I've done these elements on my watercolor pad. And after I've done this, I went in with this kind of pen. I don't know how to call it. It's liquid ink. It's like you can see the liquid ink in this cartridge here, and it's just from office supplies, nothing special about it. And I just went over and made a contour to all these elements. So this is just a painty paper I had and glued here. In the background I've painted with 3 colors, acrylic colors, and just glued my elements. So this is one example to using this kind of elements. And then I've continued on and made these greeting cards. These are all made either with this pen, felt brushes, whatever, or with the regular felt pens. As I said, they are doing the same job, and I will show you. So here it is, just plain and simple, nothing to it. So moving this aside, these are the examples, and if this is dry, I'm just going in and I'm aiming for not accurate. Here I like the scribbly loose element like so, and then I will just take scissors and go around and cut it. Now you can do whatever you like. You can even go in and add more lines if you like it like that. It's up to you how you want it to go. And I can do something like that and go in again. And here we go, just putting down, this is felt pen, and dipping in water and let it be. Now I'm moving aside the brushes because I want to show you. Here we go. So all this was done, part of it was done with the brushes, part of it with just plain felt pens. These are from the cheap store. They are usually sold for kids. I don't care, I use it. It's cheap, it does the work. And here are more elements and several that I've already cut, as you can see, and I can play with them and make other stuff. So just putting it here, and here we go. So as I said, I can draw something like a heart and color it. And now I'm taking just a felt pen. I'm not even coloring it exactly. It will react with the water, so I don't care. I can also go inside where the red is, so I will have a more blended look. And water, and activating it, and let it be for 2 minutes. Now another option is to take your all kinds of stamps you have. Of course, making sure the ink is dry before you do anything with water. And again, I can color. No. So as you can see, this is a controlled watercolor effect. So this can be controlled and still have the look of watercolors. Here. So I've put down the water. Now let it sit for 2 minutes. And another thing, of course, when this will be dry, I can go, and you don't have to, it's just if you like, you can go around it with something like that. Now another way to control, after I've done all this experimenting, and just so you will see here, this was already activated with water. I'm just going around and adding the black pen. You don't have to. So another way to control this watercolor effect is through Stencil. I just had to experiment more and do this. I've seen gelatos used through a stencil, and it was quite charming. So I said to myself, if gelatos are activated with water, then I can probably do the same thing with this, if it's either the brushes or regular felt pens. So let's take one. And this is dry. Taking another one. Where is purple when you need purple? And of course you don't have to use the same color all through. I can take and make it like so. And now again taking water and activating and let it be for at least 2 minutes. Here we go. Let's take another and activating and I even tried with another set of felt pens. Again, these are from the cheap store, and I'm moving this a little bit. I've tried this because they have a wider tip here, so I thought it would be easier. Activating with water. And let it be. So as you can see, these are the other tries I've made. It can be, as I said, up to a point can be controlled. So that's all I've done, and let's see if I have enough time to make an art journal page. Yeah, we'll try at least. So let's see, where do I want to make my page? Where is, I've got too many too many art journals, so I need to pick one. I'll bring one and I'll be back. I'm back. So this is one of my art journal. This is more like a sketch pad than watercolor paper, but I don't really care. I just want some interesting background, and I want to use this Harlequin stencil or diamond stencil, whatever. And it's gonna take some time, of course, to make all this, but I hope it will be worth it. So just want some purple in the background, all kinds of shades. I'm trying to work quickly. Yeah, I don't really care about the accuracy of it. And maybe another one here. Okay, so, and let's pick another color. Oops, moved. All this I'm going to go over with water and activate it. And I'm switching just to have more interest, and I don't want everything to look the same. Okay, so water and activating it. Now I'm wondering, maybe I can also activate it with baby wipes, but maybe this is for another time, another experiment. Each time I'm doing it, I think it won't work because it takes time until it achieves the spreading of of the water. So I'm always worried it won't work, but if I'm patient, then it does work. Okay, leaving it be and hoping for the best, that not now that I'm filming it won't work. So I want more here. Let's see. It keeps moving on me. I'm not careful, and I'm trying to work quickly, and that's what happens. So now another color. Okay, again taking water. I figured that even if it won't work, I can always go on top of it and cover it with something else. Especially that this is not watercolor, so let's hope for the best. Okay, I am leaving it be, and I'll come back. I'm back. So I switched to a watercolor because on sketchpad it just looks horrible. So I'm leaving it aside. I will cover it later with something else. And I've made my Harlequin pattern here. And now I just want some blue accent to the background. So I'm just going to use the watercolors, and I'm just going to alternate with some of the shades. I don't care. This is something that I do like in watercolors. This is not supposed to be accurate. This is an effect that I really like, so I can just play and add several shades where I want to. And I also like that it's light and not heavy. There's a place for everything. I can do heavy acrylics, and I can also do this, so this is also fun for me. So I'm just going all over. And sometimes it's nice to have something, a technique that doesn't need accuracy, that you just let go. What's great also that with watercolors the blending is very easy. You don't need to work hard at it. I'm thinking that it needs to fade here, and I'll probably leave the center white. That's where my focal image is going to be. And maybe just add a little bit of darker color on the edges and corners, just to make everything more framed and more dimensional. So basically this is my background, very freehand. Now focal image, started working on it, and let's see. Again, going to use this and activate it with water. I can afterwards use an eraser for all these pencil marks. Again, trying to work very fast so I can accomplish an art journal page that you can also see the outcome. That's what's great with this. I can do lines, I can control what I'm doing with the felt pens that afterwards I'm going to activate with the water. And I have a whole wide range of colors to use. Again, as you can see, I'm not trying to be accurate or something, not complete coloring. I'm not, I don't think these brushes are great. Don't see what's the big deal about them. Quite a mess right now. Now, activating. Again, I need to wait for it to work. And I'm leaving it be. So I'll be back when it's dry and we'll continue. I'm back. So don't have enough time on my camera to film, so I stamped here this flower, and again used the felt pens, activated it with water. 3 more flowers that I had from one of those that I've done before, just cut them. Here is my focal point, and I've cut it through from the page, and I don't know if you can see, I've left a little bit of white. I like it like that, and so this is it. And now I'm just doing a little bit of a shadow, just so it won't be like it's floating in the air, something like that. And again, I'm going to activate it with water. And basically this is my page, and I just want to stamp some words on it. Let's see. I'm trying to make it straight. It just says life is beautiful. This is it, and I like it. And now I'm thinking maybe I need it here also. No, I'll leave it be. I need to know when to let it go. I just feel that I need more. And again activating, and it will take at least, as I said, 2 minutes for it to set. But basically this is it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it will give you some ideas what to do with watercolors or watercolor effect. And this is it for now. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.